Merhaba sevgili izleyiciler. Cannes'da bu kez Accenture'ın özel alanındayız. Accenture'ın Regional Design Direktörü Thomas Miller bizimle. Welcome Thomas. Thanks for accepting our request.
Thank you.
Sevgili izleyiciler, Accenture burada Love Index adını verdiği ve markaları yakından ilgilendiren bir ölçüm tanıtıyor. Bunun ne olduğunu soracağız ve bununla ilgili detaylar almaya çalışacağız. Thomas, you are launching Love Index here. What it is, and can you give us more detail about it?
Absolutely. So we're super excited to launch the Love Index this year and make a big story about it here in Cannes. As Accenture's agency, we obviously care really a lot about making sure that the engagement that we help our clients build between their customers and their brand is really, it's measurable, and it's about making sure that there's strong love between customers and their brand. So we've been really focused on creating an index. We want to measure, we want to prove, we want to understand where is a client at, and how can we get them to the next place. And then more importantly, how can our clients sustain in the long run, knowing how strong the engagement and the love is, and measure that on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, love sounds like an abstract concept, but how do you measure it?
So I would say love is a universal concept.
Yeah.
And we're really focused on 5 dimensions that we've determined are incredibly important to understand love and brand engagement. It's how useful is a service as an experience, how helpful is it, how relevant is it, but then above and beyond is there an element of fun? Are we striking people's hearts and minds equally? And is there a social dimension? If you have a great relationship with a brand, let's better make sure that it's tied into the broader social ecosystem.
Why it's not like, I know that this question sounds a bit cliche, but I want to ask why love is a priority now. Why is it? Do you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think it's, you know, when I look around the world, and even when you look at what we've seen here in Cannes, everybody is working really hard on finding something extremely unique, but so many of the services are commoditized. There is very little differentiation between travel service A and travel service B. However, when you really focus on scoring high on these 5 dimensions and not just providing something that makes a lot of sense and is useful, but also really when people feel like something is missing in their life, when that brand is not available, there's a huge void. So when you strike that chord that people love that service, it starts to perform better.
Yes, and how do you actually, what is your source of data? I know that it's customer, but how wide is the medium that you're using?
So the Love Index has a really interesting approach. It's a mix of qualitative research and quantitative data. Qualitative means it's our consultants, it's the Accenture Interactive and Fjord designers and strategists who look at a product and a service and audit it through the eyes of a customer. But what we then do as a second step is we also run analytics through surveys and looking at touchpoint data to see what's the difference between what we see and what customers actually do. At the intersection of that qual and quant data is where we start to score the love, the brand love, looking at the 5 criteria.
And as you said, it's a global concept, and it means it's going to be used in Turkey and other markets as well.
Absolutely. It's available to, I mean, we are introducing it to all the clients where it makes sense, clients that are hearing about it here in Cannes. Again, we think in a world of everybody's trying to find their niche, everybody's trying to find a point of differentiation, focusing on true delight and finding that magic sauce to really push the brand love is what's going to make some brands outperform the rest of the competition.
Thank you, Thomas, for your answer. And this is the end of my questions, but if you want to add anything else, please.
I actually think so. I've been doing a lot of work in Turkey, both with our Accenture colleagues and the Fjord office in Istanbul. incredible opportunities down there. We've been lucky to do great work in the market, and I think the country and the culture in itself is one that could be a leading example of injecting the right amount of love and passion into businesses that outperform businesses that are purely run on less emotional aspects.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sevgili izleyiciler, kanaldan izlenimlerimizi aktarmaya devam edeceğiz. Görüşmek üzere.